Okay everyone, we're starting our Royal Caribbean Freedom of the Seas ship tour on deck 14. One interesting thing, to get to deck 14, you'll need to go to the center of the ship is probably best to go up. This ship also has the digital wayfinder menus, so you can literally look at the deck maps to see where you are, which is really cool. Deck 14 pretty much only has the Suite Lounge and the Viking and the olive oil twist. You'll see here. It's very much the same as the Vortex on Jewel and then the Crown Lounge on most of the other ones. But from here you get a great vantage point, a nice big bar area. This ship was updated recently, so all the furniture is nice and it looks new. You do have a good view of the children's Splashaway Bay from up here, which is a really fun looking spot. If I were a kid, I definitely would want to play in there. This is also where they will have the dance club in the evenings. But I always tell people, and look at this view, but I always tell people that no matter what ship you're on, if you come here to the highest lounge, whatever deck it's on, 13 or 14, some maybe 12, I think mostly 13, 14. This is always a quiet place. It's not usually overly crowded, and you can wait for your rooms to be ready here without any issues. So let's go on down now to deck 13 and see what we find there. Deck 13 is where you'll find the FlowRider, the Perfect Storm water slide, the sports court, the rock climbing wall, and then on the forward portion of the ship will be the Freedom Dunes or the mini golf. So let's take a look. We'll head to the sports court first. You just take a little walk down the hallway. And then you'll see right in front of you, to the right is the Perfect Storm water slides, and to the left you will have the rock climbing wall and the FlowRider. Let's check out the water slides first. Immediately when you walk out, you do see the sports court, although the water slides are over here. So again, you can access it either way, left or right when you come out. The rock climbing wall goes all the way up. It's a very nice tall rock climbing wall. We do have some ping pong tables, and then look at this fun water slides. Very fun. So they have two. They have the Cyclone and then the Typhoon. There are restrictions, so make sure you follow those. Also, I love the colorful decor of the upgrades they had done to the ship. It's just really nice. And if you come back here where the FlowRider is, it's a great view of the port. They don't have the FlowRider going right now, but I promise you, I will make sure that we watch some people make it or bust it. I love that there's covers here, so it's shaded. Let's take a look. We'll have a better view in a minute, but the port is right here in Miami. So beautiful views of everything around Miami. Gorgeous. So before we go to the dunes, we'll just go down a deck level here because we can't get to the dunes until we go to the forward portion of the ship. So on the deck 12 aft, the back of the ship, you have great views off of the aft of the ship. So this is really nice. You have great views all the way around. There is seating that goes all the way around the aft of the ship as well. And then you can take the stairs up to the FlowRider right there. Coming around, headed toward the center portion of the ship on deck 12. Let's see if we can get through here. It dead ends there, so you cannot get through this little portion of deck 12. Let's see if we can get through on the other end. This may be a little hidden secret of Freedom of the Seas that not many people will know about. We'll find out here in just a minute. I love these little hidden decks that only have like one access point, because that means not many people will know about it. And therefore, you can probably have some peace and quiet. So here's the social patio. This is for the kids. And then we have Johnny Rockets, which is kind of like that old school diner. Burgers, shakes, fries, and fun. Hello. So if you like old-fashioned hamburgers, this would be a good place to go. They do have milkshakes, chili cheese fries. They have all kinds of stuff there at Johnny Rockets. So also on deck 12, you will find the arcade. This is also toward the aft of the ship. There's the children's zones, the workshop, the arcade. This is like the playground area for the children, for like the daycare area. It's called the Play Place. And then coming up more toward the center portion of the ship as we approach the pool areas, that is all where we just came from. It's called Adventure Ocean. So it's all for the kiddos to have a good time. If we head back out to the outside decks, going toward the middle of the ship, we will overlook the splash area, Splashaway Bay for the kids. We'll come outside so that you can get a better view. It's a very fun area. You also have the jogging trail up here on deck 12. Look at that view. Colorful casitas that you can rent for the day. I love this little, where you can kind of walk across there, like a little walkway that has the little chairs that you can sit on. So fun. And then you can see over. So as we get center ship, we have two large hot tubs right here. Two large hot tubs with covers and a large swimming area. Actually, there's 3 hot tubs, 2 on this side. I'll show you the other one in a minute. And then you have the video screen there. The band is there. Then you have the lime and the coconut down there on 11. And then the lime and the coconut is also on 12. I just wanted to show you guys an advantage viewpoint from up here before we go down. So pro tip for those of you who've never been on a cruise before, if you pack your bathing suit in your carry-on, you can take advantage of the water slides and the FlowRider, the pool and everything before your rooms are ready. So there is a reserved portion that is for concierge and Pinnacle guests, but also you have this wonderful lime and coconut vibe area right here. At night it will be really fun. And then you have the lime and the coconut bar right here as well. From this portion of deck 12, we can run right back up to the stairs on 13 to get a view of the sand dunes. I call it the sand dunes. It's called the Freedom Dunes, but it's the mini putt-putt golf. I love that this ship has so many covered areas to like shield you from the sun. We'll go up the stairs. Now keep in mind we're now on the aft or on the forward portion of the ship. So, and looking down, this is the adults area, the Solarium. The Solarium on Freedom of the Seas is not covered like it is on some, but you do have your own pool. All right, let's go check out the putt-putt. They do have the sprayers that will mist you to cool you off. And here you have the Freedom Dunes putt-putt. This is a cool area. The ship did get refurbished recently, so it definitely looks newer than its actual age, which is nice. I'm glad that it got some love and attention. So I'll meet back up with you guys when we get back down to deck 11. So real quick, I forgot to mention that on deck 12 is also the Vitality at Sea spa. So this is where you can get your massages, your haircut, your nails done, all of the above here on deck 12. Okay everyone, now we're on deck 11. And on deck 11, you will find toward the forward portion of the ship, the fitness center and staterooms. And toward the mid and aft portion of the ship, you will find the Windjammer Buffet, Giovanni's Italian Kitchen, Chops Grill, the main pool, the Splashaway Bay, Dive Shop, El Loco Fresh, Lime and Coconut, and the Solarium. So let's check it out.
For the gym?
It's 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. 6
Okay, thank you. Then the spice.
So the fitness center is the first thing that we'll take a look at here. You have a wide open area as you walk in. There are changing rooms, towels, and lockers. There is a group class area. And then you have all the machines you need. They have the free weights, all overlooking the front of the ship. Tons of cardio equipment, treadmills, ellipticals, stair climbers, everything you need for a good workout can be found here, and it's spacious. It's not cramped. They have plenty of room to get your workout done in private. Not private, but you know what I mean. It's not so busy that you feel everyone's on top of each other. So that is the forward of the ship. And so now we'll go more toward the mid portion and then head toward the back. So walking out, you have the Solarium immediately. This is again deck 11, more toward the forward portion of the ship. So there's a pool, the Solarium bar. This is adults only, by the way, just FYI. And there is a hot tub that looks over the side of the ship. I bet that's beautiful views when you're out on the water. All right, midship deck 11. We're now finally on the Lido pool area. I might have to cut the sound out here. This is where you want to go. How fun is this? I have some nephews that would love this place. And then going aft on 11, you will find Sprinkles, which is not open yet, an ice cream stop. You can get your gear for your adventures here. And then they actually have on this ship an El Loco Fresh. So it's right here by the pool areas. You can come get quick food. Loco Fresh, so obviously it's going to have a Mexican type fiesta theme. They do have a hand washing station. So you can get tacos.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you. Quesadillas, burritos. And of course, there's also a bar. All right, let's see what we can find inside aft deck 11. All right, so remember you can always look at the map. So deck 11, we're here. So Chops Grill, Giovanni's, and the Windjammer. Let's take a look. So the Windjammer is here. I will give you guys a tour of that later. And then Giovanni's and the other place are not open right now, so we'll reconvene on deck 10. Okay, so decks 10, 9, 8, 7, and 6 are all staterooms. So we'll go down to deck 5 and start again there. Okay guys, so deck 5, you do have the main dining room. You have guest services, next cruise, your short excursions, and then you have, of course, the Royal Promenade. Okay, so deck 5, the Royal Promenade. The open air, wonderful area. They have this cool little walkway thing. We have our bar over here. The Royal Promenade. Guest services, and this is all aft. All right, we have next cruise. The market. Short excursion. Cafe Promenade. All your shops. Your port merchants. Your jewelry. Duty free, tax free. Souvenir shop. And then I love this, you know, every cruise has a classic car that has the Royal Promenade. And look, there's 2 bears. There is also a non-smoking casino right here off the Royal Promenade. And it has its own bar. So that's kind of fun. And also there are staterooms that overlook the Royal Promenade. So if you look up there, you'll notice they have those. They have a Bull and Bear pub. You do have your drink stations down here. So your freestyle drink machines, and of course, one of the favorites, Sorrento's Pizza, along with more shops. Now, if we continue forward on deck 5, you will have the Star Lounge, which is where they host a lot of like the comedy shows and things like that. Will be found here in the Star Lounge. It's also where you can find some of the muster drills where you have to check in for your muster station. And then there's also a library and card room here as well. So if you're going to an event that's in the Star Lounge, they do have their own bar. And it's a great entertainment space. They usually have karaoke, all those kind of events that aren't big for the theater are in the Star Lounge. All right, that is deck 5. Okay, so deck 4, you have the top level of the theater. You have one of the main dining room levels, Bolero's Playmakers. The casino is Zoomy, and the Schooner Bar. We'll take a first, see if the top levels of the theater are open. The Royal Theater. Try to get you guys a view of that before it gets busy.
Discover the Solarium on deck 11, a relaxing retreat for our adult guests. Enjoy the resort-style pool.
So this is the upper level
hot tubs that extend over the side
the
of
Royal
ship,
Theater.
offering amazing views.
As usual, Royal Caribbean does theaters very well.
Perfect for sipping poolside. The pools on deck 11 are the place to be. Bask in the sun or relax in the shade.
Lots of seating,
a cool tropical drink from your
big beautiful
bar,
stage.
the lime and coconut. As well, enjoy
I always love the upper levels
You can catch a diving
In
boot,
fact,
sporting events,
a tip for you guys that maybe a lot of people don't know is if you sit on the front row in the middle of the upper deck, you have a fantastic view of the stage, and you're at an angle that you can see very well, and you have a little ledge if you want to put your drink. Sometimes they have this section reserved for the higher level loyalty people, but they open it to everyone right before the show. So if it's not full, you can always grab a seat. Making our way from the front toward the midship, we have the schooner bar, which is where they do the piano sing-alongs. And then we also have Izumi hibachi and sushi. It's just like hibachi at home. Hello, how are you? And then, so we'll take a look through here, and then we'll continue our journey on the aft portion of the ship. This casino looks nice and large. You have tables over here, machines over here. This is smoking. The non-smoking is up one level. But this is a nice big area here. And then you have playmakers on the other side there. Okay, so on the other side of the casino is playmakers. The playmakers on this ship is very large, actually. So this is your sports bar. There are some slots in there. They have wings and such. And then you also have boleros over here. You can have your Latin themed music and such. And then all the way aft is another level of the dining room. We'll see if we can get you inside.
Yes. Have a limited dining tour.
So we'll take a look at the dining room real quick. Here on this level, we'll just take a quick look. 3 levels in this ship. Beautiful chandeliers, beautiful tables and chairs. Gorgeous. Right, on deck 3, you have the lower level of the main dining room, staterooms, and then you'll have the art gallery, Studio B, and the lower level of the theater, it seems. So let's take a look. This is very similar to what you'll find on Voyager class ships. Studio B, your art gallery, your photo area. This ship being a Freedom class ship, you can tell where it's a bigger. You know, this area is not all squished together in one. It's more spread out. Feels like you have a little bit more space. I don't know if it'll feel like that when everyone is on board, but I have a feeling it will be nice. We'll see if they have this open so that we can take a look. If so, yeah, so Studio B, this is the ice skating rink.
pretty
Gorgeous.
short cruise together, but we're going to make sure we make the sweetest out of it right there. So let's get right down to it.
All your
now, the first thing
shows,
that you should know is, as you know, we're visiting
ice
some beautiful
skating,
Portugal, including beautiful perfect day at Loco cruise. So we will tell you all
and then
about
they
what to
also
expect
convert
here at
this
Perfect Day
into
at
laser
Loco. We are
tag,
very,
and then
very
they also
excited
have
for you to go
the
out there
Crazy
and
Quest
enjoy
Ultimate
that experience.
game show there as well.
Now, first thing of the day.
The colors are so pretty. All right, guys. Well, that pretty much concludes the ship tour. I hope you enjoyed. Decks 2 and 1 are like gangway, medical, such. So we're not going to go down there because hopefully you will never have to experience that. So I'm going to go find me something to drink and eat, and I will come back to you later today. Thanks. Peace.